use passwords in your daily life to secure your accounts like your bank account? Well, if you do, you've come to the right place. My name is Chris, and I'm with the Stronghold Technology channel. This is my channel. I am going to make your day fun today by exploring passwords. By the end of this, you will know a lot more about passwords than you did before. Stay tuned. Let's get right into it. So, in this video, we are going to examine passwords. Now, I'm going to do this as simplistically as I can because I want to teach people who don't know about password. What is a password, right? What is it? A password is something that secures something valuable. So think of it this way, or your electronic lock is what they are now, has a passcode. You put in a password that locks the door that nobody knows, and you make it really secure, like 6-8 characters. I know some of you don't do that. It's probably 1 2 3 4 or 1 1 1 1 or something like that. That's okay. We're going to teach you how to do it the right way. Now, why are strong passwords so important? The reason strong passwords are so important is because it is locking down your life. You are locking down. You are literally keeping thieves out of your business. And that's what you want. You don't want people going into your business, getting access to your passwords or your accounts. What if somebody got access to your bank account and took all your money out? That would be detrimental to me. I'm sure it would be for other people too. So let's examine how we can make it so secure that nobody can get in. Now, you will see up on the screen as a visual aid, I'm going to show you something. Now, there's this one here, but here is a list of, just to prove to you that thieves have access to lists of passwords. This is the list. Well, this is one of them. So this is the 200 most common passwords. So stay away from all these. Now, why do you want to stay away from these? The reason is because they're common. See the amount of time, less than a second, 5 seconds. See, when you add in letters, it makes it a little more complex. See? This is lower, this is further in the alphabet. It starts with an M, makes it harder to crack. Now you can see most of these, now this one's 28 seconds, because they're out of order. We're going to get into that in just a minute. So this one right here, 2 minutes. I don't know why that takes so long. So anyway, you can see that there are ways to do things. There are passwords out there that are generic. These are generic passwords. Do not use these. And I will include links to both these websites in the description. Now, let's just take one of these passwords. Let's do Naruto, for instance. Let's see. Naruto pawned 403,318 times. Now, so you have one password, which is a password manager. Now, as you can see, Naruto is a simple password. It has been seen that many times, 403,000 times. Let's do one more thing. Let's add a capital N to it. Oops. I keep typing on my Mac. We're just going to capitalize the N. See, now, as we added a capital N, it's been seen 15,000 times. See the difference in the amount of times it's been seen with a capital versus a non-capital. Now, we're going to add a 1 to the end of this. 3,000 times. Now, you see, as we add characters and add different types of characters, it increases the complexity and the amount of times it's been seen goes down. That's the point. You as a user who sitting in front of a computer have no idea what to do, I'm going to help you because I want to help you. I want you to maintain some semblance of complexity and making it hard to guess. So here's what we're going to do. So now that we've done that, so we know, now let's add let's say a percentage or a percentage symbol. Let's see that one. 5 times. 5 times, y'all. 5 times. When you add a special character, it increases it so much more. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now that y'all have seen kind of how I want this series to go, now y'all can see exactly what I'm saying. So how do you create a good password? Okay, there are a couple ways, and this is point 2. There are a couple ways you can do this. You can come up with something yourself, or you can use what's called a password generator. Now, I like Bitwarden. This is what I see to be one of the best password managers around, and there are a few reasons. Now, for some of you that don't know, there are different types of there's two different types of software. The first is closed source, and the second is open source. Every piece of software will be one of those two. One will be proprietary, one will not. Proprietary means that there is a company out there that has a particular technology that only they hold. They hold all the code, so nobody can see if it's secure or not. We're trusting them. My general rule of thumb is trust no one. That's my general rule of thumb, especially a company, especially a company, especially a company that has money involved. Now, what I like to do is I like to use open source software. The reason why is because open source software has thousands and thousands of eyes on it that look at the code to look for breaches and look for open spots and holes that people can utilize to use it for nefarious means. Now, that's why I want y'all to go into this next part with me. Now, there are ways. I'm going to include all of these in the description, so have no fear. You're going to see it. This is what I recommend. If you are going to use, now there are certain things I will tell you do not do. The main thing that I would highly recommend you not do is go online on your phone to get access bank information. Never do that. I do it, but I use a VPN when I do it. Proton is the one I use, by the way. Proton VPN. Now, if you want to do it, it's up to you, but I would highly recommend you don't. I would use a wired computer with an antivirus that is current. All your updates are installed, especially your security ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to generate a 30-character code. This is what I do. This is the way I would do it. Now, before we generate this password, there is something else I want to show you. Now, you know how I said that, so Bitwarden has, you can see they have web browser extensions. Here it is. Now, I'm going to blank all this out because this is all my personal information, but here is the vault. Now, as you can see, it's broken up into different sections under types: login, card, identities, and notes. And I have 4 cards in there. So all of my cards are in here. So you're going to ask me, what is the benefit of that? What is the benefit? The benefit of having your cards in here is they're in your secure vault. This vault is like think of it this way. If you were to take a password and write it on a piece of paper and lay it on the table, anybody can see it, right? Yeah. But what if it was like one of my favorite movies? They had what's called redacted. So they would take a marker and mark over the pieces that were secret. That's almost like what a vault does. It encrypts the data so that you can't see it. Now that y'all know that, let's get right into this. So you would first create an account. So I have a login right here, but I don't need to because this is the browser extension. I am logged in to the browser extension. And every time I close this web browser down, it unlogs me out of this. So that's the other piece too, is you don't want to stay logged into the browser. Trust me, y'all. Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you, do this for your own security. Do not stay logged into this browser. I do right here. But every time I log back in, I have to re-authenticate every time. I use multi-factor authentication on every account I have. What you would do is you would go to Windows, right? So they have Mac OS, Linux. That's the other good thing about Bitwarden is it has multiple versions for all the operating systems, right? It has everything. Now that we've said that, my friend over at IT Unicorn, he says to use a password that does not make you personally identifiable. His exact words are, and I quote, oh crap, that's not the right page. No, that's not what he said. Right here, unpredictability. That's the word he used, and I quote, avoid using common words or easily guessable information like your name, birthday, or password 123. You saw that on the other page. Make it unique. Make it unique. That is the key. And you can use a password generator to do that. Now, what I would highly recommend you do, if you were to, I wouldn't recommend writing it down somewhere. I would use a vault protected with multi-factor authentication. Now, the way you would do this is you would download this, but create your account first. See where it says get started? Let's click it. Get started. Now you're going to create your account. Whether you live in the U.S., well, these are your preferred server locations. Are you going to be in the U.S. or are you going to be in the European Union or the EU? Are you going to be in Europe or the UK or here. That'll depend on where you want your server location to be. You will type in an email and you will click sign up, and then you will go through some things. I would highly recommend turning this off because you're going to get a bunch of emails. Well, you probably won't get many from them, but the point is that you want to make sure that you do not keep this stuff in clear text. By clear text, I mean viewable by the human eye. Viewable by the human eye. Now, when you authenticate your account, it becomes viewable to you in here. It becomes viewable to you in here when you log in. Make sure that your password manager account has a very, very, very good password, because this is protecting all of your other ones. This one needs to be complicated. Now, this is where a password generator comes in. Hear me carefully when I say this, right? I'm trying to help all of you. I know that it seems impossible. I know that it seems hard to do. I know that. I know that it seems hard, but trust me, would you rather keep all of your money or lose it? If you want to keep your stuff secure, hear me when I say this. This password needs to be incredibly good. Very, very good. I mean, I would highly recommend. So you know what? Let's just go here. So we're going to go to password generator, and we're going to go down here to Bitwarden. Now, you can use any of them, but I would highly recommend Bitwarden. I would do 30 characters, at least 30 characters. And the reason I say that, now, another caveat, do not lose this password. Don't lose this thing, because getting access to it again is going to be difficult. But what you can do is you just copy this. It copies it to your clipboard, and you're asking, what's my clipboard? Well, let me show you. So if we go to Notepad, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard again. Let's go to Notepad, and then if we do this, it pastes it in. So it copies it to a virtual whiteboard, and then you can just copy it over into your Notepad. You can change this every month, right? You change this password every month. Put this in your vault. That's the key. Keep it in a safe place that's secure. Lock it in the darn safe if you have to. Take this thing, copy and paste it on a piece of paper, print it out, put it in the safe, and lock it away. Don't look at it. That's my advice to you. Because if you don't, somebody's going to get access, or there's a higher probability that they will. Now that that's done, I know this sounds complicated, but it is really not. You are literally creating an account, and then you go to this puzzle piece right here, go to manage extensions. This is in Chrome. You can literally go down to right here to the Chrome Web Store, go to the Chrome Web Store, and I will provide a link to this too. You can literally search password. Oh, darn, I'm typing on the wrong one again. Right there, password manager. See right there? And you literally, it'll have install in Chrome right here. You just install it. It is literally that easy, everybody. I'm going to blank all of that junk out. I want y'all to understand how important this is. I really want to iterate how so very important this is. This is one of the most important things in your life that you will ever do. Most people's accounts get hacked because they use a crappy password. Don't be a crappy password user. Be a very intelligent password user. Make your cyber stronghold as secure as you possibly can. And with that said, everybody, thank y'all for watching. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless each and every one of you. And if you don't know him, reach out to me in the comments, and I will be glad to tell you all about him. And until next time, everybody, make sure that you be filled with joy and knowledge. And I hope that this video has helped you. Have a great day and a great week, everybody. And until next time, peace.